Hi guys, it's Saturday afternoon, it's a gorgeous day, and I am finally taking some time to come on and show you the two dolls that I bought at the Dolls of the World Expo in Raleigh at the end of June. So just over a month ago. It's been a while, and if you followed me on Instagram, of course, they have been on there, but I don't think that I've come on and properly showed them here. So I'm actually starting with my vinyl. This doll was the second one that I bought. I ended up staying and actually only going into the show on the first day, which was Saturday, because I had brought two dolls with me. And then I bought two dolls, and just getting through security with the on the way out, the security people did not know what to do with the dolls, and I ended up having to take one of the dolls that I brought was one that I made, and I ended up taking her head off and just like wiggling it off to show them what was inside the head. So I said, forget it, I'm gonna rent a car and drive back. This girl I bought towards the very end of the first day. This is the Marcus Sculpt by A.K. Kitagawa, and painted by Tiffany Acosta at Kogo's Nursery, who is one of the most lovely people that I met while I was at the show. And her work is absolutely gorgeous. And look at this total smile bringer. So I'm going to change her into the second outfit, the one that she came in a gorgeous dress, and then she had a little bag that her artist provided with, you know, her COA and some accessories and another outfit and even some photographs of the baby. And I named her Rua, which means red, because she's got this, you know, she's a little redhead. So she's been in this happy bodysuit since shortly after coming home from Raleigh, and for obvious reasons. But I do also love her in the pretty dresses. I have some fun photo ideas given the expression on this sculpt. We'll see if I get around to doing it, of course, but she's painted absolutely beautifully. I don't know how much you'll be able to see. We've got the light. We have the lighting we have, right? Where's my... I do have an outside light here that might help a little bit. Anyway, she's stunning. Not definitely seeing Tiffany's work in person after seeing it online for so long. She did not disappoint. And there were several dolls left at her table when I went there that I loved. She even had an Amelia, which of course went really fast. I never thought that I would go for a Marcus. I think they're adorable, but just, you know, the expressive babies sometimes I shy away from. Now my collection is large enough that I have enough variety that it's a little bit different than if I just had one or two. Look at them here. If I just had one or two. But I saw her, and both my friend Tracy and I loved her. She was saying if no one bought her, she was going to consider it too. And I just could not. I needed her to come home with one of us, so I grabbed her. I figure, well, I said, well, I'll figure it out with Tracy later, and she didn't ask to buy her from me, of course. But the smilers, look at the beautiful rooting on her. The smilers are definitely very valued here too. So she was a happy one to bring home. I wonder if I can get this light to clip on here. without tipping over. See, it kind of like wants to tip everything because it's heavy. I don't know. Just give me just a moment to play with it. See if it makes any difference. It's a little bit. Look at her. Okay, I think I have some shoes and a headband that came from her artist. So here's the headband. You guys, the doll show was so fun. I mean, it's been long enough. Look how gorgeous. What a beautiful, beautiful dress and ensemble. You know, a lot of people went live and shared videos. I did a quick reel on my Instagram, but so it's been some time, but it was so much fun. It was really, really, first and foremost, it was absolutely amazing to meet people that I've been friends with. In some instances, for like Tracy, I've been friends with online for almost 7 years, and we were talking about it. We may have talked on the phone once, but other than that, it's just like voice messages and text messages, you know. But I hung out with, you know, some of my closest friends in the community were there, so that was great. Also, you know, when I decided to go, I didn't know if anybody else was going to go, but I made the decision because I wanted to shop in person, and I got to do it, and it was awesome. I really, really enjoyed it. There were things that, you know, from the outside, you know, and when you're in the moment, you can always see. Look at her toenails. I don't know if you can see from where how you're viewing it, but her toenails are so perfect. Yeah, there's always, I was in event production for a number of years, and you are at the mercy of your venue. You are at the mercy of circumstance. And then sometimes, you know, so there's always some things that you see that might make it even better, but I think they did a great job. I think that, you know, the facility, the biggest challenge to me, there's like a little tiny gnat in here. The biggest challenge to me, honestly, was the side of the venue, the hotel that we were in. The air conditioning was just no good. So it couldn't handle the volume of people that were in there. So it was hot, like sweat dripping down your back, you know, makeup sliding off hot in that room. But, you know, who cares? I didn't care. I was there to see the dolls, but it was a lot of people, but it was awesome. It was really, really awesome. 100% want to go back next year. Really, really awesome. Dolls of the World, classy. Okay, so that's Rua. So she was the second doll. She was the vinyl that I bought at the show. I wasn't sure if I was going to do a second doll. I did. Now, I'm going to put her in her spot here for the moment in my display case. Look how sweet she is, though. I did have early bird tickets. I was ready. I was lucky. I was able to get a couple of early bird tickets, early entry, whatever. Little dried flowers are fleeking off of the headband thing. And, you know, you kind of look around ahead of time at what dolls are going to be there to see if there's anybody you absolutely either need to grab or at least check out while you can before. So I think 50 people were able to buy the early bird entry tickets, and then the rest entered after, and you get 30 minutes basically before the main show floor opens. There were a couple dolls that I thought, okay, I'm going to buy this, and then at the last minute I was like, you know what, I'm going to go in with an open mind, and I want to see what I feel when I get in there, and at least try to walk through, but I'm not going to, otherwise I might as well just buy online, right? So this is a baby that I saw in early June, and a lot of people liked her, and I thought, well, there's no way like, well, not there's no way, but this is going to be one for sure. And I got there, I kind of like had this moment where I was like, what? I don't remember anything. Like, who did I want to see? I just kind of froze. And then I found this artist table, and this doll was there, and I picked her up and I held her for like a minute. I was like, no, I have to buy her. So this was the first doll. I bought her within the first 20 minutes of being in the show. Okay, so let's see if I can get her to look at you guys. I love this doll so much. Let me put her with her her clip that she came with. This is Danny. I've named her Danny Laverne. Laverne, just all of this thick hair. I just and I was a big Laverne and Shirley fan, and I don't know why, but that name came to me. But her sculpt name is Danica, and I love the name. I love the name Danny, so I call her Danny Laverne. This is a partial silicone, so her body is cloth, and then her limbs and her head are silicone. And she was sculpted and painted by Don D'Onofrio, DD Art Dolls. Yeah, I have her. Yeah, here each artist had their own tote that they gave out with the items for the dolls. This is Dawn's. And the one from Coco Nursery is in the closet right now. But anyway, this girl stole my heart. And then when I saw her in person, I was like, yeah, no. There's no question. And I love her so much. So she has armatures in her arms. Ooh, one of my hairs. She has armatures in her arms, not in her legs. She is definitely a 0 to 3 month. She wears a solid 0 to 3 month size clothing. This is actually, I think this is 3 to 6 months, and it's a little bit big. I bought this outfit for her at Target. And it's a little bit big on her, so 0 to 3 is where it's at. But she is, look at that little face. Her mouth is open, of course, but look at that face. She has pierced ears, this gorgeous hair. She's got that furrowed brow. She's a little bit worried. She has so much expression. I absolutely adore her. So she has, the only thing is that, and it can be tricky, the nail tipping on her nails is lifted a bit. So I may not change, I'm not going to change her on camera because the way I'm standing is awkward. Well, let's see, unless I could put mittens on her or a little plastic on her. Maybe I could do that. Let me think for a second. But I found out from the artist how I can fix that, so I'm not really concerned. She's perfect. What do I have here? This is her pocket she came home in. And then she has another, this is the outfit that she was in her pictures in for the website, or the, her Facebook posts. This would be what I would be putting her in. I love that, but I actually am still enjoying what she's in too. But okay, and here's her headband. That's really cute, isn't it? But look at that little pig. And the she's heavy and she's floppy. The way that her body is weighted, she's floppy. So and I just love absolutely everything about her. You know, see her fat feet. Look at those toes. Don't look at my nail polish. I cannot keep nail polish on my nails for like more than 8 hours. It just comes right off. And I have done all the tricks. Look, isn't she the most perfect thing ever? Man, do I love her. Yeah, so I think I'm going to keep her in her little outfit for right now. I think I'd like to be, as you can see her cloth body, I think I'd like to just have a little bit of a better setup when I change her, obviously with her hair and getting her hands and feet covered when I change her and stuff, so we're good. So baby 1, Ruo is baby 2, 2 fantastic artists, an absolutely phenomenal time, and I'm going to just show you guys, I brought Veda with me, of course, because Veda, my Amelia by Joanna Kazmarchuk, who I did get to meet, chat with a couple times, and she was like a celebrity at the show. She had a lot of people had the opportunity to have her sign their doll bodies or their COAs. Her table sold out really, really fast. It was a sight. So I didn't bug her with it, and I didn't bring a doll with me during the early bird entry because I wanted to be able to hold the dolls and shop, and it was so crowded. So. And then I brought Zippy. So I'm going to put Danny back on the shelf here. She does have a shelf spot. My 2 full body silicones have baskets, so she does spend some time here, but this is also kind of when I have a baby out to enjoy, as I try to have like a baby of the day. They might sit in this bassinet. Okay. Make sure she's in there securely. I want to show you Zippy, who I also brought, Zipporah by, it's Andrea Arcello, right? So this was I don't know, somewhere around, I think the 10th, 11th doll that I painted. I think this is the 11th doll that I painted. She's painted with waterborne air dry paints, and I love her. I love this sculpt so much. Her little bodysuit says clingy AF. I know I zoomed in a bit. I'll just take us down because this is so top heavy, it's tipping over the tripod. Look at this little monkey. Sorry, I left her bald, you guys. I love her head. Look how worried she looks. So, and I love this whole little outfit on her. I think this is Finn and Vince. I bought off somebody's Instagram sale. And she's the one I took her head off at the airport and took the glass bead pouch in her head was throwing them off. They kept seeing it on the x-ray or the scan, and they couldn't figure out what it was. So, and then these little Jamie K shoes are my favorite. I can't picture taking her out of this outfit. Look at that cute face. I highly recommend this sculpt. This sculpt is such a happy. I'm trying to get her. I want to get the there's a pacifier, a honeybug pacifier. Her magnet got knocked a little bit loose when I took the pouch out. I had to re-stick it in there. Putting eyes in, positioning those is a nightmare. That's the worst part for me so far with making dolls. Yeah, I absolutely adore this doll. I fell in love with this sculpt and flipped out, and I was like, forget it. Screw it, I'm going to make one, because, yeah, good practice, and I knew that I wanted either really, really close to the head or painted hair or bald, and I love her head, her little cranium so much, but bald worked for me. So that's a bee. So she's the last one that I made. I painted one other doll around the time of her that actually went overseas for a friend, but now I'm making my 12th doll, I think, but I am trying out the Ultimate Fusion mineral paints, which are also air dry, but they act a little bit supposedly more like the oil paints, which is what heat set paints are. So supposedly the paint behaves a little bit, well, I say supposedly, I actually, wait a minute, I'm painting my 13th doll. I finished my 12th doll, which is Dominic. He's the first one that I did with Ultimate Fusion. It is a very different learning curve. And I actually got started and it was so bad I stripped him and started over, but then I was happy enough with my first go. So I'm doing another, I'm actually painting Pascal right now, which my friend gifted me the kit. So I love her so much, you guys. We'll see if I stick with that other paint or this. It's too early to tell. So that was it. Just wanted to share with you the dolls that I got at the doll show. We have a lot of catching up to do. There's some dolls that I haven't shown. I didn't do box openings for all of them. It has been an insane 3 months. I've gotten way too many, but I love my collection, and I have really enjoyed filling up my cabinets. We're almost there. I do have one doll for sale. Maybe I'll walk over there and show him. I ended up with 2 Anastasias by Olga Hour. Bye, Zippy. I can't stop looking at her. She's that little face. I ended up with 2 Anastasias by Olga Hour because look at the brunette, right? The brown hair I just love so much. So this doll was actually painted, and the lighting, you'll have to excuse it. We're really just using this clip-on light right now because this room does not have a lot of natural light. He's painted by Lisa Stone, and he's available for a really good price actually, and the only reason that I'm selling him, I bought him because of the brunette, and he's beautiful. I already had this guy, but I'm just more attached to him. I was too attached to him. I just can't seem to sell him. So even though I do prefer the darker features for this kit, this guy painted by Jagoda Pietrzak. I know that I'm mispronouncing the last name, and I don't need to. So I listed him. I have discounted him almost $100 off of what I paid for him. I don't need to sell them, so I'm not going to discount him anymore. In fact, ultimately what I'll do is I'll end up putting it back up, and if he sells, he sells. But we'll see. But he's on my reborns.com account. There's a link to that from my Instagram. But that's it. Say hi to Walter real quick. Hi, Walter. All right, we are going to sign off for now. I'm sure we'll come back and do more videos. I have more dolls to show you. And certainly I do have some things to talk about because I would love to share my experience of what I've learned through doll loss or doll delays. Maybe some tips for shipping, for receiving or preparing to receive international shipments. Some things that might help prevent, in some cases, some loss. But we'll do that another time. So enjoy your weekend, everybody. We're sending out lots of love. Bye for now.